sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming the right way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming the right way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming the right way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. How y'all doing tonight? You gotta bear with me. I keep forgetting that I gotta turn one thing on and one thing off and all that manual stuff. But good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know, it's not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Uh-oh, wait a minute, somebody have a calendar wrong? No, nobody's got their calendar wrong. It is literally, I had to take yesterday off. Didn't want to, but I got home from the office and I was exhausted. I was worn out. I was tired. I sat down in front of my television or in front of my computer and I started doing this. So I was out of it, unfortunately. So tonight, I figured I owed you guys a makeup episode. Yes, that's the kind of person that I am. And Bruce wanted to come out and say hello to everybody. Say hello, Bruce. Well, Bruce doesn't want to say. Bruce wants to go to sleep more than I do, I think. Bruce, you're supposed to stay up and awake. There we go. But good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and I would like to welcome each and every one of you. Yeah, Bruce, you're not going to be able to stay on camera tonight, are you? Bruce wanted to be out. Okay, let's see. There we go. We'll put Bruce over off to the side, and we'll pray that he can stay up tonight and behave himself. Of course, that's never a sure thing with Bruce. That is never a sure thing with Bruce. Bruce, get up there. There we go. Get out of the camera, you hog. So how is everyone doing out there? Hope you guys are all doing well. Like I said, yes, I know it is Wednesday, so we're kind of throwing things off a little bit. But like I said, I've been having to pull some overtime in the mornings, and I'm getting home and I'm getting exhausted. Which means that your host just basically didn't have the energy to stream last night. And if I don't have the energy to stream, it's pretty much I can't do it. I know. But Listy, I almost said the other one, it's like, but we need you. Well, sometimes I wonder about that. Sometimes I really, really do. because sometimes it's just quiet as can be, kind of like now where I'm doing all the talking and I got nobody to talk to. I got basically bots, I think, watching. I'm not sure who I got watching, but to whomever you are, whether you are a bot or a real person, welcome to the show. Welcome to the original game show stream where we give away prizes, such as we gave away this past weekend. We gave away the Sin City Glass. We gave away one of our racing champion cars. And I am not picking it up and picking it up for this reason. It's heavy. We gave away the Lord of the Rings chess set this weekend. And there are 2 more prizes that could possibly be won tonight. Because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for contestants. We're looking for participants. We're looking for people that are hopefully interested in winning stuff. Because that's what we do around here. You get all these streamers that's like, give me money. Give me this. Give me that. We're the anti-stream, so to speak, where the goodies go out to you guys, not coming in. So I know I'm going to be competing with Richie. I know I'm going to be competing with Nerdy. I'm probably competing with Guy on D Live. So we're just going to have to hope and pray that we get some people in here. Because if we don't, this is going to be a very, very interesting, very, very short-lived show tonight. In fact, it's going to be so short-lived that we're going to really, really throw everybody for a loop. Because we are going to pull up the list. And for those of you guys that have never seen the list before, it is very, very, very simple. We're going to put a topic on the board with 10. That's right, 10 items. And all you got to do is come up with those specific 10 items, providing I can hit the right button, of orchestral instruments. Now, come on, folks. This one's got to be easy. This has got to be one of the easiest lists we have ever had. Well, we'll see, because I know a couple of them you may not recognize off the top of your heads. Think of it as Family Feud without the points. Think of it as Pointless without the points. Think of it as just how well do you know your orchestral instruments. So it's plain and simple. For those of you that have never seen the show before, think of your favorite TV game show. Was it Wheel of Fortune? Was it Jeopardy? Hollywood Squares? Were you a British fan? Did you watch Bob's Full House? In It to Win It? Hello, Spock. How you doing, my friend? What is good? Think of it as you're no longer the studio audience. You're playing for, now we don't do cash, you're playing for goodies. You're playing for prizes. And it doesn't matter where you are in the world. You can be from Japan, Australia, Argentina, Chile, Scotland, England, Germany, Belgium, Knuckleheadland, Mexico, Korea, the Netherlands, Norway. See, that's one thing I do miss is when we were on the Playroom, you could go through and you could see what countries were broadcasting were from. And we used to be watched by at least one person in 212 countries. Now, they didn't always watch for long, but we used to be watched by at least one person for 1 minute in 212 countries. Yeah, think about that. Because there aren't that many countries in the United Nations. Just because, like, all those little island countries, somehow we would get one viewer out of the British Virgin Islands. Or we'd get one viewer out of Trinidad. But yeah, it was fun because because I think YouTube would count up to 242 countries. And it used to be we would get anywhere from, no, that's counting watching archives and stuff. So by the time the show finished and the archive was hit, we'd have anywhere from 170 to 212 countries that we broadcast live in, including, I think we even had one time we were in Afghanistan and Nepal. No, Nepal never made the cut. Russia, Norway, Sweden. You know the Animaniac song where it's basically Cambodia, Zimbabwe, and Australia. And da, 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 da. It was. We could probably do every country. I mean, I really miss that kind of analytics. I really do. Because it was fun. It was crazy. It was like, wow, look, we're on around the world. I don't think we're on around the world anymore. Like I said, that was the one problem. Losing the playroom is we lost a lot of viewers, and we've never really made it up. But Spock, I want to thank you for being here on Saturday. I will tell you that after the show was over, I did get a little grumpy. Yakko's World gets updated and still performed. Yep. Because I really wanted to do a much longer stream. I really did. We did 8 hours on Saturday into Sunday. We started at 6:40-ish, and we finished about 2:50, I think. So we did about 8 hours and 10 minutes. And I went upstairs, and I'm like, I just want to keep going. I really, really wanted to keep going, but we just didn't have the numbers. So thank you, Spock, for being here. Thank you for Tuned Off, who was here for most of it. Red Walrus, Vera, I forget who else. But yeah, I kind of, after I got done, I kind of felt down. It was very, very frustrating. And it's not because of the show. It's like, all right, I'm on Facebook. I got an account there. I know people on Instagram. I know people on all those other ones. And you know how many birthday wishes I got? 5. I think I got a grand total of like 5. And it was like, very, very, very frustrating. It's like, I know everybody can't forgot about me. But it's like, yep, apparently they did. So, yes, Spock, you may actually be able to run this list if we don't get any competition in tonight. Clarinet, not there. Viola, not there. Cello, not there. Bass fiddle, not there. I'm going to say, just to warn you, Spock, there are a couple of hard ones. We'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that don't know, Spock is over there taking guesses at our list tonight. Hello, Allie. How you doing? Yeah, I'm wallowing in self-pity a little, Allie, tonight. I'm wallowing a little in self-pity because I did not feel loved on my birthday. I didn't. No, because let's put it this way. I had you guys, or most of you guys that were here. I got off, and it was after midnight after I got off. So I figured I'm going to get on my phone. I'm going to check Facebook. I'm going to get some birthday messages. I'll thank everybody very, very much because this was like the big 5-0. I had a grand total of 2. I got 2 birthday wishes off of Facebook, or actually no, I'll say make sure 1, 2, no 3. I got 0 off of Instagram, and then the few that I got when we were doing the show. It was like I said, I was not happy Sunday morning. It was kind of like I felt like it felt like, other than the couple of people that were here, I just didn't feel like I know anybody anymore. That is what it felt like. Bassoon, slide whistle, triangle, clavichord. Is it clavichord or the clavicle? Now, just to let you guys know, for these orchestral instruments, no, like I said, I'm not counting anybody that was here, Allie. Not counting anybody that was here. There were people, like I said, that I've talked to on Facebook, talked to on Instagram. There were people that didn't show up here. And it was one of those, I just don't have a circle anymore. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. It was like I spend so much time either working or working on the show that I don't have an outside life anymore, I guess. Like I said, that's what it felt like. So it was like Sunday morning, I was not happy. Or I should say Sunday afternoon, because like I said, Sunday morning, I got done with the show, and it was, I want to keep doing the show. I really wanted to keep doing the show. But like I said, I think the only people we had left at that point was Spock and Toondoff. And Red. And that was it. And I knew Toondoff was heading off to sleep. Cello, harp, sousaphone. Even though you spell it wrong, Spock, I know which one you meant. The flute. So it was kind of I go into the office today. Nobody really said anything. It was kind of like, it's like nobody cared. I mean, it's one of the few times I've actually, I get a little perturbed when I see people that post on Twitter or Instagram. Yep, and it's sitting right over here in the pile still, Red. Where it's like, nobody loves me, nobody wants me, yada, yada, yada. Then they go back in like an hour later and it's like, oh, let's go do this. Flugelhorn, drum, castanets, all good, but not what we're looking for. The piccolo, 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 piccolo goes to Red Walrus. And like I said, I will forgive spellings. I almost always forgive spellings on the list. I will say 2, 5, 8 are hard, I think. I will say I think there are 3 on here that are tough. But yeah, it's like I almost, at that point, I was almost like, all right, Spock's still here. Let's do a 1-player game for Spock. And then we did one, and he didn't win it. And I was like, well, maybe I should do one more for Spock. And I thought, nah, that'd be a little unfair. Oh, let me make sure I get the right number. That is, okay, number 7 for Spock. It's one of those cases where there are times when I just wonder why I do the show. I will admit that. There are times when I just have to wonder why I do it. And then you guys show up like regulars, and it's like, that's my reason. That's my reason. Doesn't matter if we win anything, doesn't matter if we don't give anything away, as long as you guys have fun and enjoy yourselves. But like I said, so I will admit Sunday was kind of a bummer for me. Oh, look at this. Spock owning this list so far. Of course, it helps when he came in early enough to get the first 3 with nobody else around. Canadian horn. That would be a moose antler, right? Canadian horn. You get a moose antler, clean it out. Aruga. Aruga. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for those of you that are here, I would like to welcome each and every one of you to the List Wits Game Show. And like I said, do the notification workers on Twitch? I am under the assumption they don't. Yeah, that's right, the Alpenhorn. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, but it'd be more fun to see red walrus playing a moose horn. Yeah, I've been hearing there's been some sort of problems with the notifications, which is why, like I said, tonight I figured I'd get on to make up for last night, because like I said, I got home and it was just, I was out like a light. I had no energy to do anything last night. That's what happens when you have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to be at work by 7 o'clock, because we had all that crappy snow and ice, and it took me like an hour and something to get home Monday night. And then last night was okay, but I had to get in at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, all right, the roads are probably not thawed out, so there's black ice. So I got to get up early. I get out of the house about 5:45 just to make sure I'm at the office by 7 o'clock. And let me tell you, not getting those 30 extra minutes of sleep in the morning, because normally I'm up like at 6:15, does a number to you. It's literally, I'm in the office yesterday doing this again, and noon rolls around and I have my lunch, and it's like, oh boy, I can see it coming. I can see it coming. So again, I'm going to warn you, in the last 3 I picked are the hard 3, just so you guys know. Ooh, Allie's stealing one right out from under Spock's nose. And Streamlabs is messed up again. Bruce, get out of the way for a second. No prize for Allie. It did come up with no prize. I did get it to appear. Let me make sure it's actually working. Okay, now it's working. This one doesn't count, Allie. Sorry. Oh, too bad it didn't count, because that's stealing one of Spock's or Red's or one of the blank spots on the list, which almost never comes up. I may have to add like a couple more of those in there just to make it a little harder for everything else. You ran out of whammies twice last. How'd you run out of whammies when I wasn't on? I was gonna say that's gonna be very impressive, Spock, since I'm the only one that gives them away. I don't think anybody else I know of gives out whammies. I know Nerdy does points. Richie does Ponaloons. I forget what Deke does. Playing games, perhaps. Maybe. But I want to know who's using my whammies to play games, Spock. That's what I want to know. All right, so we are looking for 3 last orchestral instruments. Just 3. That's all we're looking for. I wanted to do something else. Give me a minute. I got to do something on... So I'm going to basically put that window in front so I can see the chat completely. Or hopefully I'll be able to see the chat. All right, that should take care of that, I hope. Snare drum. Hello, Heavy. Harpsichord is a good one. It is not there, though. Bass. So, like I said, I'm going to warn you guys. The last 3 are not easy ones. I will tell you that right now. Snare drum, cello, harpsichord, bass, harp, clarinet, flute. And I will tell you that I got all of my orchestral instruments from an official orchestra site. So, what's up, Heavy? How are you doing today? Heavy, I need you to remind me. Because I know you got the last win. Not this past Saturday, but the previous one. Which games did you win? Do you happen to remember? A vibro slap. Bruce, so Bruce wants to give Spock, there you go, a vibro slap for Spock. A vibro slap. What is a vibro slap? I'm curious now. Oh, okay. It's a vibra slap. I had never heard of one of those. Looks kind of cool, though. Hello, little French lady. So how was your trip? Ocarina. I like that one. I like that one. I remember I almost keep picking one of those up for the prize pile. I almost keep picking one of those up for the prize pile, and I never do for some reason. So how was it over on the great side of the Atlantic? Bruce would like to know because he wants to go. Bruce is he wants to go. He wants to be snuck into little French lady's bag and wants to go sneak over across the Atlantic with you. The ukulele, the tuba, the glass harmonica. I don't think there's ever been an orchestra to use a glass harmonica spot. Could you imagine having to set that thing up? So we are looking for 3 last orchestral units. Or instruments. So I guess the other question is, oh really? People still use them? Cool. So how much of a wreck did Show leave the place when you got back? That's my other question. He kept saying he was behaving, but he was enjoying bachelorhood, which I figure means there was beer bottles everywhere. Because that's what bachelors do, right? They just leave beer bottles all over the place. Alto sax. Nice thinking outside the box, Heavy, because you never know. That might be in there somewhere. It's sort of like when somebody said horn, I'm like, no, we can't just use the word horn. Bet Show was drunk. No, I don't think he ever really got drunk. I don't think he did. Because I know he was online a lot and talking normally, typing normally. But you never know. He may type better when he's actually inebriated. So what all did you do while you were over there, I guess is the question. He just cleaned everything up the morning before. Yeah, but that's, see, it still gives him 24 hours to make a mess. Because the morning before to the day of, that's still 24 hours. I could do a lot of damage in 24 hours. So anyway, tonight, guys, for our big game, we're going to do a closed game tonight. It's going to be for 3 players. And it's one of those I cleaned up a little bit. It's one of those I did clean up a little bit. I think one of the questions is going to be a repeat question. I think one of the questions will definitely be a repeat. But I don't think the rest are. But you guys might say, yep, we know this one. We got this one. And so on and so forth. All right, so we are down to 18 minutes. And we are looking for 3 last orchestral instruments. And I need to go pull up my file notepad. I got so much stuff still in front of the screen that I still can't see everything. Alright, so let's see what we've had so far. So we've had the trombone come off. The kazoo. I'm actually going to add one in that I saw that I really liked. So let's see, we've got the trombone come off. The timpani come off. Piano. The piccolo. The organ. The violin. The French horn. And the Canadian horn. The Canadian moose horn. Cone wax paper. Alright, where did my oh, there's my timpani. Galvanoscope. I don't think that was on my official list of orchestral instruments. I know what you're talking about because I've seen it. It's kind of like I like the vibroslap, but I don't know if it's an actual official orchestral instrument. The problem is I got to put at least, I may end up having to put at least one more in here. Because I got 29 left. That's enough for like 3 lists. Or 2.9 lists. And 2.9 is always rough. Cello. Nope, I didn't miss the double bass. Because that's actually in the file. Ooh, that I do like as a. I think I'm going to put. I think I may just put bells though. I don't know if I want to put tubular bells. All right, so we got 3 left. Like I said, the last 3 are not well known. But I pulled all 20. Let's see, there were 29 plus 8 plus 7. I think I pulled all 35 of them from an orchestral webpage. There are like 35 in the file, now there's 29. And in addition, I gotta remember to go make some more quizzies. But I am working on the don't forget the lyrics. I gotta figure out. I've got the basic layout figured out. I just have to figure out how to make it play a certain MIDI file. That's all I wanted to play is like MIDI files. So you'll get the instrumental music for songs, and then at some point it'll be like we'll show you like the lyrics or the next to last lyric, and then you'll have to come up with the last lyric or the next line to the lyric. Because I think Spock and I were talking about it, and I was like, just use MIDIs. And I was like, all right, I think I can do it. I just have to make it work. I just have to make it work. And I think Bubbles is home.
Let's all play What's My Line?
Because she just kicked off the Amazon thingy.
Of course.
Am-
Enjoy your Wednesday.
Amazon off. Oh, I need your guys' advice. I need a new game to play. I need to know what game I need to go pick up. I wanted to get Death Stranding, and the more I read about it, the less I like it. It's basically Kojima's put you on a entire quest game of deliver X to Y and then deliver Y back to X and so on and so forth. Listy playing harp. I'm still going to try to do Sundays to play Italia. But I'm looking for that one super game I need to get to play. Because I'm probably going to go pick up GT Sport. Because, like I said, I'm a Gran Turismo freak or fanatic. Oh no! They know. It's just because the reviews I've been reading have been people that have been playing it for a while, and it's basically it's sounding like a go from here, go to from X to Y, Y to back to X, then maybe from X to Z. Told you. Yes, Munchkin.
Did you feed pets?
Yes.
Okay. Food for you.
Okay. Anyway, where was I? So they say it doesn't get fun unless you like play in a world where there's a lot of players in it. Because then they help you out with making the roads and the bridges and the zip lines and stuff. And I'm thinking it's like if I can play it and get that far, I might like it. But I don't know if I want to spend $50 on a game that everybody bails on. And that's my concern is they said it sounds like a lot of people are bailing on it early. So that's my concern about Death Stranding. Because they say you can play it multiple ways. You can play sneaky sneak. Where you won't fight anybody other than the bosses. Or you can play it where you just basically walk in to fight everything. So I'm not sure, because I like my stealth games. I've decided that. I love my stealth games. Ah, Red! Getting the vibraphone. I really thought Spock was going to get vibraphone after he did Vibro Slap, and he never went back to it. I really thought you were going to get that one, Spot. You did Vibro Slap. I'm like, okay, he's going to do vibraphone next, and it never came. So yeah, like I said, I'm probably gonna do GT Sport. Thought it was said, so you didn't bother till now. Because I know I can get GT Sport used for like a reasonable price, but I always like buying like that one game, and it's like I don't want Kingdom Hearts 3 because I love Kingdom Hearts 1. I thought it wasn't used by orchestras. You said that too many instruments I find only there. Oh, you didn't think the vibraphone was used. Oh, that's what the external is for, Allie. That's what the external is for. Dude, I've got like freaking Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 5. I got so many freaking downloaded games that chew up so much space. See, because I still have Drive Club, and I don't like Drive Club. I should like Drive Club, but I don't for some reason. I think I honestly expected Drive Club to give you more to do, but it really doesn't. It's basically, okay, you get 3 cars to start with, and that's it. So it's kind of like, eh. Besides which, I always like having a garage that has about 220, 230 cars in it. That's the fun part. Then you can go out and take that little French Beretta. What do they call it? Barrachetta? Barrachetta? And just get blown away by super cars. Probably take the best part of a day to download GT. Oh, no. I don't do download. If I can get the disc, I do the discs. Now, if you're talking about doing GT updates, then yeah, it'll probably take a while. Gong, because you love Ray Cooper. I thought you loved Chuck Berry. That's why you went with the Gong, little French lady. So yeah, like I said. Now, the other thing to talk about. So how many of you guys have already ordered Disney Plus? I'm just curious to know. I'm curious to know how many of you guys have already ordered Disney Plus. People play a saw with a bow. Yes, they do. That goes back to the old Appalachians. Yeah, but you can still play like offline with updates running and stuff. You can still play off. I don't play online that much. Like I said, I don't have fun playing with people that have been practicing and but yeah, it's the saw with the bow has been around for ages. Show's thinking about buying it, and I was surprised. Wait, so which one is he thinking about buying? GT Sport or Death Stranding? But yeah, I don't know if you've ever watched him do it, Spot. But there's one song every sawbow player learns, and that's Greensleeves. It's like almost a requirement. If you learn how to play a saw with a bow, you have to learn how to play Greensleeves. It's like a rule. I don't know why. It's sort of like if you've learned the bagpipes, you have to learn Amazing Grace. Um, what's another one? So let's see. If you learn the bagpipes, you gotta learn Amazing Grace. You learn the bow and the saw, you gotta learn Green Sleeves. If you learn to play the jug, you gotta learn how to play Cotton Eye Joe. It's almost like a requirement. Green Sleeves sounds better on the flute. If you put those unique instruments in the right hands, I would say I would take the unique instruments. And I'll give you an example. I did not know that Asuka, who went up on my sweetheart list after I saw her do this, learned to play the recorder. And for those of you guys that don't know, the recorder's a little woodwind instrument, only about 7 holes, or 8 holes counting the thumb. No reed, no nothing. And it will never be a great instrument. It's one of those great little background instruments. But she was sitting there on the couch, her feet up, on like sitting up in a yoga position, playing the recorder. And it was like, the moment I saw that, Asuka kind of like went up my sweetheart list a little. I will always be a Kairi Sane guy. Usually on Sundays, Allie. Usually on Sundays. But yeah, I had about 4 of them as a kid. But I know they make concert grade ones. I only ever had the basic ones. I had one plastic one. I had one woodwind one, or one wood one. And I want to say we had one concert grade one. I think. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you call a 2-man list. This is Spock and Red Walrus. No, like I said, GT Sports going to be on my get list. No doubt about that. I just got to get a copy from GameSpot. Because again, I want it on disc. It's what do I get with it? Do I go back to something like Death Stranding? Do I go get the new Spider-Man? Do I get Red Dead Redemption 2? I'm still leaning towards Death Stranding and Spider-Man. Because like I said, I bought a Spider-Man game thinking I bought the new one. And thinking it was the new one, and then I like got it in there because I couldn't get the label off. And it's like Amazing Spider-Man 2 from the last one. And it's like, it's actually still a lot of fun. I just haven't played it for a while because I've been stuck on Sniper 4. All right, so with that, Spider-Man's a good one to go for. I know, it's like it's a good one, but do I want to finish the one I have? That's my question. Spider-Man game is fun to watch. Not sure if it's fun to play. Don't have enough hardware for it. Oh, you got a console, right, Spock? All right, so let's find out if Spock's learning to speak French because he got the French horn. Oh, Ah, the French language does not treat Spock well. How about Red Walrus and the Piccolo? Now, the funny thing is, when I was a kid, I had a little stuffed penguin. He was like yellow that my grandma crocheted. That was his name, was Piccolo. So, I'm hoping. Ah, Piccolo let me down. Damn, Piccolo. That's all right. Bruce will cheer us up, right? We'll keep Bruce cheer us up. All right. Then Spock went with the very, very simple, but very effective violin. Ah, not there either. Wow. Now we know there's 2 slots uncovered. So we know one slot. No, it's not the middle finger, folks. We know one slot is actually there. Oh no, my luck, somebody in the Philippines is like, he just flipped me off. Let's see if Spock, goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire piano is a winning slot. Ah, ladies and gentlemen, it is a winning slot. So with that, Spock, you'll get to take 1 number off the vault. Do you still have it? Do you still have what, Red? Do I still have the recorder? Do I still have the Spider-Man game? Oh, do I still have Piccolo? No. He has long disappeared. The blues are overpopulated. That's because they don't know the magic word contraception. And with that, we remove 1 blue from the board. All right, Spock, we are down to a 1 in 2 times 3 is 6. 1 in 18 chance, officially 1 in 17 chance. So we got a 1 in 17 chance that Spock is opening the vault. Are you guys rooting for the 1 or the 17? All right, Spock. What 4-digit number do you think is opening the vault? No, it was the funny thing was, it was like was made back when I was a kid. And I had this thing till I was and I kept it in storage till I was at least 20 something. All right, Spock says 5, 5, 9, 1. We lock 5591 into the vault. And we hear... we hear more sad trombones. We didn't want to hear trombones. We wanted to hear cheers and fireworks and yays and... Why? Why? Can we not hear those? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, we're going to do the quick intermission. And I am going to be right back, so bear with me. Because Bubbles said she brought me food. I got to go see what she brought me.
personalized license plate of a grain salesman. If you can figure out that it says rolled oats, then you're ready to play Bumper Stuffers. And now, the driving force on Bumper Stuffers, Al Dubois.
All right, I am back. Oh, bear with me, guys. Do I have a favorite car I liked in GT Sport? Yeah, I was a fan of the little French Beretta. I always liked the little cars, like the Beretta, the Mazda. I was always a fan of the smaller cars. I don't know why, but it's like I had more fun, even if I lost badly with those, than driving around in a super Mercedes or a Bentley. Oh, and the Zonda. The Zonda was my other favorite one. Yeah, I know, Red or Spock. I'll get back to it in a minute. I had to go get food. I had to go get some munchies. Now, if I of the classic cars, I had fun driving the.
Baby Doctor. Can you find it? Now you see it. That's how we play.
What was it? The German tank vehicle that went about 3 miles an hour.
Now you see it. And here's the host of our show, Chuck Henry.
What was that thing? It was the
Welcome again to Now You See It.
the German Walterwagen. I can't think of the name of it. I actually would manage to get it to drive up to 52 miles an hour per hour. And then I'd put it on the track with all the supercars and just see if I could knock them off. But yeah, Spock, I knew that's not the list. It was, I had to grab a bite of food. She got chicken and fish for us. So it's like fried chicken and... No, not the Jay Leno one. It was like a really early one. You got off of the trophies. And it was like, it would look like a German tank. A German truck. No, I know which one you're talking about is the Jay Leno. That one was a convertible. Because I actually won that one. And I think my restream window froze again. Which one had the Top Gear test track? 5? because it was fun. Let me check something real quick. Check test. Yeah, okay. Because it was fun. If you what I do is like I put like you do the one where it's like all the cars are the same. So I literally had like 8 freaking tanks running around the top tier test track. Or you get the little VW bus. And yes, guys, I do know the stream chat froze up.
And now, here is America's #1 clock watcher, Bud Gunner.
But no, and the car for the only supercar I loved was the Zonda. But I'm one of those guys that's like, I went like all over the place when I raced with it. It's like, is there a line out there? Yeah, it's over here. Next time around, it's over there. Next time around, it's over here. All right, chat window, why did you bomb out? There we go. He's just like way behind. But yeah, give me the little mini cars like the Miatas and the Berettas, and there's a Belgian one. I can't think of what the Belgian one is. Those were my 3 favorites. Because my favorite thing to do was literally reverse Rome. I loved reverse Rome track, but if you gave me a car that just went too fast on a reverse Rome track, I was hitting every wall there was. But if you gave me the Zonda or the Bentley, put me on the Tokyo track. Those are my 2 favorites with the faster cars. See, GT5 was the one that had the go-karts and the build-your-own track too, right? I hated build-a-track in GT5. It was a great idea, but it was a disaster. It's absolutely a fantastic idea because but all you could do is tell it how many turns, and that was it. And it's like, that's not building a track. That's just taking the circle they give you and then just having them crush it down. No, I think that was GT5. I think Build a Track was 5 because I didn't get 6. At least I don't think I bought 6. I have to go look. Maybe I have 6 over there. Because I would buy 4. I bought 4. I bought 3, liked it. Bought 4, loved it. Bought 5, and then I was going to go to 6, or no, I was going to hold off on 6 and go to 7, and they never did 7. But yeah, 5 is the one that had the go-karts. Wow, I think this is one that's actually fooled you guys. Because, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely nobody, until the last minute, I'm supposed to say Phoenix. It's supposed to say, no, it's supposed to say Arizona. Yeah. Phoenix is the clue. Yeah, sports technically 7. And I kept holding out from 5, waiting for 7, because there was a rumor that 6 was trashed. Or there was problems with 6. Oh, what was there was a mini one. There was a mini one between 5 and 6. There was a mini one between 5 and 6. And I bought the mini one thinking because I thought it was a demo for 6. I'm trying to remember now. Anyway, it was actually Arizona was what we were looking for, not Phoenix. You were close, Spock, but not quite. All right, so Spock still has 2, Red has 2. We are looking for either a small or a one-player game. And so Spock did well with the piano. Did his other keyboard do it as well? Oh, and just like that, Spock gets 2 out of 3 tonight. And Red's like, damn it, when do I get my turn? All right, Spock, are you ready for your one-player game? Yeah, GT7 will be on PS5. So, I'm in no rush to get a 5. Here's the funny thing, is like the end of the life cycle for the PlayStation 3 came out with some great games, which were better than the start of the PS4 games, other than like 1 or 2 of them. So I'm figuring there's a lot of developers that are like going to kick ass on their last few games for the PS4. So we're not going to get a lot for the PS5 to start with. I mean, we'll get some good ones, obviously. But I am not in any rush to go spend another $400 for a console. Ooh, Spock. This is one of them hard ones. This is one of the hard games. It is the game of 10 chances. Well, maybe not. Because it can't find the prize file or the image file. So maybe we won't be doing 10 chances. I got to figure out which one I'm missing a picture of. I got to figure out which one I'm missing a picture of, is what I got to figure out. I'm going to have to like... Alright, let's try that again. Okay, this one I know works. Alright, Spock, this is the You Deserve It game. Now, down at the bottom, you see where it has large prize. What we're going to do is we are going to find... Get back here. Give me a minute, and then we're going to get that one working. Developer, Visual Basic, and You Deserve It is slide number. All right, come on, computer. Tell me where this game is. 28. I have no idea why it starts with a 2, but it's starting with a 2 tonight. All right, Spot. How this works is very simple. Over on the left, or on the right, we have 9 clues. Over on the left, we have 10 point values. Each clue has a random point value associated with it. Okay? So, for instance, if you pick clue number 8, it could be worth 400 points. If it's worth 400 points, that's what we're going to pull from your bank. That 16,000 is your current bank for the board. You get one guess at whatever these 9 clues lead up to. Okay? So, for instance, let's just say that the 9 clues are in some random order. A, Sesame Street, kindergarten, song is basically ABCs. At any point, you can try to guess what the actual clue is. If you miss, the board is gone, it's wiped out. So don't guess until you're sure. Okay? So, Spock, with that, which clue number would you like us to reveal for you? Now that prize will change based on how many points are left on the board, how many guesses are left on the board. It's basically the average determines what prize you have. So if you can keep that 5,000 pointer on there, think of it as a deal or no deal sort of base. Then it'll stay up in the larger prize collection, or the die-cast car, or something like that. So, Spock, which clue number would you like first? The clues are words or phrases. I will say words, things, people relating to the topic of the board. It will not be trivia questions. So again, let's just say you pick number 4, and the first clue is Sesame Street. All right? You don't know what the actual word is. So you're like, I don't want to take a chance. I don't want to guess. I'll pick another one. All right. So for instance, you're going to take number 9. The first clue is rush to gold. And you will notice the 1,500 points comes off the board. But you still have a good average. So you're still in the large prize pile. Now, you can think about it. You can talk with the audience, talk with the crowd. But your first clue is rush to gold. If you know what it is, you can take a guess. But if you take a guess, that's it. And that number down at the bottom, that 1611, is the average points per clue that are still on the board. All right, Spock says, I'm just going to take the clue number 1. All right, clue number 1 is ice cream. And again, you can ask the crowd for help because they don't know this answer. So we've got Rush to Gold and ice cream. And the average point value still on the board is 1,800 points. So we got Rush to Gold and ice cream. If you know it, you can take a guess. But again, do not guess until you know it, because that's when you'll deserve it. I don't think anybody's trying to help you, Spock. Like, nobody's putting any suggestions out there. Rush to Gold and ice cream. Oh, Spock thinks he's got it. Now, the question is, you can take a chance. If you miss, 0, game over. Or you can take another clue off and see if it applies to what you think it is, and hope you don't pick one of the 2 big numbers. So they don't know what they would do for winning the prize. Well, right now it's still a large, because what's left on the board is an 1,800. You could literally, basically, take out 7 clues, still have the 5,000 up there, and that would probably still be enough for the large. Saw that too often to pass on the hat. Oh, saw that too often to pass on the chat trivia. Oh, okay. Well, if you guess at the game board, just go ahead and say, like, my official guess is, so we can tell the difference. Let's let number 5 try to clinch it. All right, number 5 is card game. Oh, 2,500, so you brought it down to the die-cast card level. It's still not bad. It's still not bad. So your clues so far are Rush to Gold, ice cream, and card game. Oh, the audience thinks they knows it. Definitely thinking it's Klondike. Heavy thinks you're right. Spock is officially going with Klondike. If you are right, Spock, the die-cast car is yours. The correct answer is Klondike. Ladies and gentlemen, Spock has just won himself the die-cast car, and it has been sitting there for a while. So we're going to get Paul out of the way. Spock has just won the Alpha remade that was done by Chuck. Chuck actually fixed this. This thing is a thing of beauty. Ta-da! So congratulations, Spock. This is now yours. And I'm going to leave that right there at the moment. I'm going to find my pen so that I can mark it down correctly. Where'd my pen go? There's a pen. So congratulations, Spock. The number 90 is now officially going your way. And I'm going to put that right there on that table so it's out of the way. And it can't go anywhere because the table is like completely loaded right now. Let's see what other clues you had. We had a cartoon cat. We had Ohio Northern University, because there's a school that's known as the Klondikes. I don't remember which one. The Yukon. A Boy Scout race. Movie telephones. And the hotel and casino. So those would have been the 9 clues. But you only needed 3 out of the 9 to do very, very well. Congratulations, Spock, as the diecast car is now yours. Yes, you do. You do have a nice pile. It's got 2 cars, a pop, I think a comic set, and I forget what else. None of those would have helped. Well, it just depends. Luck of the draw. Like I said, he got rushed to gold, and I'm like, I already, and because some of them I don't know what they are. For instance, if I had seen Yukon, I would have known it. Rush to Gold, Yukon card game would have given it away to me. Yeah, basically, it's luck of the draw. It's luck of the draw on the clues. I would guarantee you, if your first 3 had been a cartoon cat, Ohio Northern University, and a hotel and casino, you wouldn't have known it. I guarantee it. So congratulations to Spock. And with that, we head back over to the list. And we find out if a small prize is in somebody's future. So we are hoping that the small prize goes to the sad, sad, sad trombones. Oh, we need the trombone sound. Wah, wah, wah. So we are looking for the small prize. Does that go to Spock for a clean sweep of the board? No clean sweep. And that means we're down to the vibraphone, which, yes, folks, is a legitimate orchestral instrument. And the vibraphone is not there. So the small prize was behind either number 2 or number 8. Boy Scout race, casino, and Yukon would have given it away. And that, maybe. I will say Yukon and Rush to Gold are probably the 2 that were the obvious ones. I think any other combination, not so much. But that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Glad you didn't sweep. Why are you glad you didn't sweep? All right, ladies and gentlemen. With that, I am going to be looking for 3 players to participate in our main game tonight, as we are going to play Wipeout. That is true. You do live there. So I don't think Boy Scout race would have given it away, because you'd have things like the soapbox derby. They've got another one they do where it's the orienteering race. The casino and the Yukon, I think, would have given it away. The casino and the Yukon, I think, would have given it away as a combination. Like I said, if you'd had any other combination that didn't include Rush to Gold or Yukon, I think it would have been a tougher board. But that's luck of the draw on that one. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to skip the rules. We are looking for 3 interested players.
Three of these boxes will break the $6,000 bank. Is this one of them? Or is it this one? Or this one? We'll find out in a moment in this game of hide and seek as these 9 celebrities. Gabe Pagoda.
And basically, this is called the game of Wipeout. On the board, we have the top 10 gifts is bought by total money spent for Christmas. Yeah, like I said, let's see. I'm trying to think. No, because I would say Hollywood would go with it.
Thank you. Welcome to Break Your Back.
I'm trying to think. The Capri would probably go with it. The Foxhound. But you'd have to know them. Yeah, you'd have to know them. So it just depends on what came up. All right, so we are looking for 3 interested participants for the game. Of Wipeout. So, any 3. Come on, folks. We know you're there. I think you're there. We're looking for 3 interested players. Actually, I don't know if it's there because, like I said, D-Live says it's just me. Restream says 4. Chatbot says 2. So we are looking for 3 interested players. All right, Heavy says hi, so I'm going to put Heavy in there. So we're going to put Heavy Heavy D in. We're looking for 2 more players. And here's the good news, folks. If you are watching on Mixer or D-Live or one of those other services, this is one of those games where the timer will not come into play. This is one of those games where the timer does not affect it. I actually got rid of the timer on this one, because the timer was more trouble than it was actually worth. What Russian furs are considered more valuable than sable, Heavy? That's the question. What Russian furs are considered more valuable than sable? All right, bear with me, folks. I am going to go put Spock's car. See, I would have thought the mink too. That would have been my guess. But I would have been wrong. I have a charging cable over there. I have no idea what it charges. So we are looking for 2 interested participants, folks. But yeah, the white lynx is probably one of the most expensive furs out there, because it's going down in number. But it's still not like on an endangered species list, I don't think. And I need to get rid of some of these timers. Like, I think I'm going to lose CHG. Because they haven't been back around in forever. I got to lose... Let's see, so we got CHG off. Wow, my timer list has like really gotten short. It's like I missed Trivia Night Live. He's no longer streaming. Faux Show, Dr. Jekyll. It used to be I had 1,000,000 people to plug. But I don't anymore. It's like disappointing. All right, so we are looking for 2 more interested participants, ladies and gentlemen, to play the Wipeout game. And like I said, you guys can see I kind of like cleaned this one up a lot. And it'll even look a little cleaner shortly, as you'll see when we get into round 2 and 3. Which classic literature author once used the pseudonym of Boz? Now, if you don't know this one, shame on you. I figured everybody knew this one. I thought everybody knew this one. All right, cool. That's still working. So we are looking for 2 more participants. We're looking for 2 more participants to join in on Wipeout. Now I'm going to get really mad if this thing breaks, because this is one I spent a lot of time cleaning up this week. And I think it's sort of semi-broke because my fill the wall function didn't work like it was supposed to. But what you guys will see when we get 2 more players, and round 1 here is up. So Heavy's like, oh, just let them take their time. I'm thinking about the list. I'm thinking about this wall. Is the first 3 boards are basically 10 and 6. There will be 10 right answers, 6 wrong answers. Behind every correct answer, there will be a point value. Behind every wrong answer will be a wipeout, or a strike, as we would call it. You get 2 wipeouts, you're locked out for the remainder of the board. As long as you are not locked out, you get to pick, in rotation, 1 item. So Heavy will have the advantage on board 1. Whoever is player 2 can have the advantage on board 2, and whoever is player 3 will have the advantage on board 3, because there's always 1 extra item. But that advantage can disappear very quickly if you pick a strike or a wipeout. So we are looking for 2 more players, ladies and gentlemen, to participate and attempt to win one of our large prizes tonight. And I am not showing the prize camera right now because the cat budged it, and I don't know if it's set up correctly at the moment. So we are looking for 2 more participants. And Heavy has gotten 7 questions in the trivia right so far. And let's see. And we'll have to wait and see. Well, we gotta wait to get 2 more players in first, Heavy. But list number 1, for instance, will be the top 10 gifts, Christmas gifts, as bought by total money spent. So we're looking for 2 more players to try to win, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, folks, I am serious. We award prizes, actual physical prizes, no matter where you are in the world. You can be playing from down under in Australia. You can be playing from South America. You can be playing from Canada in North America. You could be playing from Belgium, Greece, France, England, Scotland, Italy, Netherlands. It doesn't matter. And basically, there are no obligations to you other than VAT taxes, because like I said, those I don't do. I basically take care of the shipping and the handling on the US side. How's the weather there? It is still cold. We are back up in the 30s at least. When I go to work in the morning, it's about 12 or 13 degrees. Although tomorrow they say it might be in the 20s. But yeah, the Knuckle has decided to send us all their cold weather in one big ball. So we ended up getting like lots of snow. well, not really lots of snow, but it's enough for St. Louisianians, St. Louisians to panic on the road. It's like funny. I'm from the deep south, and I drive better in the snow than some of these people do. It's literally get smart, people. You see snow, you know there's ice, you go slow. Oh no, 50, 60 miles an hour down the road and then boom. And then they wonder why they have so many accidents. 25 in the morning. We are like I said, we've been in the teens in the morning, and we're not supposed to hit the 50s until Saturday, I think. I think we hit the 50s this weekend. But yeah, so it's like nice and chilly. Chilly. And me being down in the basement, in the studio, with the one heater going, that's why I'm still in the heavy jacket this evening.
And now a game of high stakes, where every decision is a gamble and every move could be your last.
Because we don't use a furnace, we use like the larger space heaters. Although I think the wife is going to tell me otherwise. She's like, we're going to get that heater fixed. And I was like, okay, but then we're going to be spending a lot of money on electricity. Because heaters and air conditioners are expensive. Oh, see, Spock, you're in the warmth. You're in the warmth. Like I said, you just wait till that Canadian Air like does something really screwy and goes like straight south into the desert. Then you'll be nice and cold. Exactly, that's my argument, Heavy. I can put on as many clothes as I want, get under as many blankets as I want. But once you start taking them off, you can only go so far. You can only go so far when it comes to the heat. So we are looking for 2 participants, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Heavy's looking for some competition. It doesn't matter if you're on Mixer, if you're on DLive, if you are on Streamcast, if you are on Vaughn. You are more than welcome to step up and take on Heavy. Heavy's like, oh no, I won a prize last week or last weekend. I want another one. You want some cold, but dare not ask. Well, see, that's the funny thing. That's what I've always been told is funny about where you live. Is like one day it could be in the 60s, 70s, and the next day is in the 30s and 40s. Like I said, when the company I originally worked for moved out there, they're like, okay, well, you got to be prepared for weather changes. It's like you'll get snow in the middle of summer, and it's going to get chilly at some times. And I'm like, okay, well, you're not moving in anyway, so. All right, so we are still looking for 2 more interested participants, ladies and gentlemen. Just 2. 2 more. Exactly. Next day you can get to a -5 high. Especially like if you're in the northern part of that state. I've been told that it's had like a 70-degree temperature change when fall rolls around in particular. It can go from the 70s to the single digits. That's what I've been told. Never been there when it happened, but that's what I've been told. So we're looking for 2 more contestants, ladies and gentlemen. And again, you could win items such as the Sin City Glass. Well, this has actually been awarded already. You could win diecast minis. You could win large diecasts. You could win things like this. These are 3 that are going out. That is going to Red Walrus. That is going to Canada. That is going to Argentina. And this is going to Florida, I think. And I actually have the list right there of what goes where. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for 2 more participants for 2 possible prizes. Oh, Red says, all right, we got to do something while we're waiting. Let's see what Red comes up with. Oh, Red gets a vault shot. Red gets a vault shot, and I don't think it's got any numbers on it. So, Red, we need a 4-digit number that you think is opening the vault. And I'll give you a hint, Red, it's not 5591. It almost was Whammy's Gone. It was almost gone. So, Red, we need a 4-digit number. Red says, let's go. 5, 1, 1, 6. We lock in 5116. That's the year that Skynet took over, I think. And we hear... We hear the sad trombones. We hear the sad trombones. Alright, so we are still looking for 2 more players. Where'd the little French lady go? Where's little French lady? I know little French lady would play. She's probably over watching Nerdy. I almost guarantee it. Because I'm doing an off-night thing. Told you, I knew it. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are here, I'd like to welcome you to the List Wits game show, where we do some of your favorite, not so favorite, some of your international games from television. We have games such as The Price is Right, Blockbusters, What's My Line, Wipeout, Wordplay, Russian Roulette, Joker's Wild, Tic-Tac-Doe, Hollywood Squares. What else? Break the Bank, Beat the Pack, Beat the Experts. Or actually, it's no longer Beat the Experts. It's actually back to the original name of It's Not What You Know. 21st Question. I'm working on Don't Forget the Lyrics. Then we got Lingo. We have a List Wits original called First Letter First, which is based off of Crosswits. If you have a game show you like, then we probably have a variation for it, or we have one under wraps that we're working We have Concentration, Catch 21, Winsanity. And if you have never seen the website before, we actually have a website for some of the games we have that we are trying to get back into working with. But I'm spending more time right now cleaning up a lot of the games. Once I get the games cleaned up, then I'm going to get back to working on the website. Because according to Restream or Streamlabs, I should be able to use the Streamlabs URL to put that actually right on the website. At least that's what they claim. I haven't done it yet. It's like if I can get that to work, I'm going to be thrilled. And you guys will actually be able to watch from the website itself. Now you won't be able to chat from the website because it'll be view only. So if you just want to like lurk and watch, that'll be the spot for you. Abby, I don't think we're going to get two people that want to take you on. I don't think we're going to get two people that want to take you on tonight. Like I said, this is kind of what happened Saturday. This is kind of what happened on Saturday. Was we were basically waiting for somebody to show up and participate, and we just couldn't find anyone. They're scared. Ooh. See, the funny thing is like I would love for South to play, but South basically doesn't want to play because he doesn't want the prizes. But I would love to see South get taken on. We miss Sari. The Fallens don't come around anymore. They're probably over watching Nerdy. It's like, where is everybody? I don't get nobody new to come in. And like I said, the best thing was like, what felt really good about Saturday was the first prize we given out was a first-time winner. A first-time participant. So it was like, okay, this is going to be a good night. And Vera got the Sin City glass off of what did we? It'll come across the board in a minute. Oh, she got first letter first because she got Animaniacs. It was her first time to play, and it was, what do you like? And she's like, I like glasses. And I'm like, all right, we got you covered. So my very next question to her was, do you like Bruce Willis? No, not really. And I'm like, okay. Well, you like glasses. And we showed the Sin City glass, and she's like, I love Sin City. And I'm like, but you don't like Bruce Willis. I'm confused. And she did really well because I think the funny thing was she only answered like 3 questions. But she got it at the right point. So yeah, like I said, so this was kind of what happened on Saturday. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's just Red, Spock, me, and Tuned Off. And it's like, I don't know if I can do any longer on a marathon, as much as I wanted to. Because, like I said, I got up after I brought the show down about 2:40 in the morning. And I got upstairs, grabbed something to eat, and I wanted to come back down and restart the stream. And I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna disappoint myself. I'm just gonna go with it as is. And so we just basically wrapped it up after 8 hours. But come on, you guys name another streamer that tries to give away as much stuff as he can. Right, Bruce? In 8 hours. Because we had 2 one-player games that were lost. So we had 5. We had one list that kicked everybody's butt. So that was 6 we tried for. And it just didn't work. Like I said, because I really want to do one of the larger games. But it's like I've got to get 7 or 8 or 9 people to come in and participate. It's always the hard part. That's always the hard part. Is trying to get 7 or 8 people to come in and actually participate. And then you get the people, and I love Donna, but she just basically does black screen trivia. It's her and her voice reading off trivia questions. 30 people. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I will, like I said, so it was one of those cases of I was disappointed, frustrated, but I was in a good mood. And it's like I just had to stay on the good side more than on the side. See, even the bots are running away. I have 1, 2, 3 bots in, and that's it right now. Apparently I'm not entertaining enough. I'm not entertaining enough. I think that's what it is. So I got to come up with some way to entertain. What do we do to entertain people? We need suggestions to make the show more entertaining. All right. You know what? You know what I have though, Red? I still have birthday drink. I still have birthday drink. So wish there was a non-video game category. There used to be. Well, there kind of still is. They've got like chatting, IRL, quiz show. What killed me was when they got rid of 3 categories. When Twitch got rid of trivia as a category, my numbers bombed. My numbers just like croaked completely. And they would never bring it. I even emailed them. I'm like, can you bring it back? I was like, nope, we're not bringing it back. Ooh, I made that stronger than I thought I did. I made that a lot stronger than I thought I did. Oh, Paul says I need to put more alcohol in there. Thanks, Paul. Paul trying to get me killed. Hey, Trans, how you doing today? Well, you got to remember, it used to be, because Nerdy added the wrestling stuff, see, Paul can drink alien vodka. That much I know. And I actually got, and I love Nerdy dearly. I got mad at him when he started doing the 3 nights a week of wrestling. I'm like, dude, you know, it was like after your show, I'm on, you're going to keep all your people or all your viewers. And it was like, ugh. So it was like for a while I was actually mad at him about that. And then it's like, okay, no, it's fine. Competition's a good thing. And like I said, what really has me frustrated is D-Live more than anything. I have tried to network on those shows or on those streams, the ones that I like enjoy, but it never reciprocates. I don't care what anybody says. It's basically it doesn't reciprocate at all. So, for anybody that tells you it can reciprocate, yeah. And like I said, I think D-Live's got the same problem. D-Live, it basically pushes people to game X, or whatever game one of their big streamers are playing, and that's it. And then when he changes, they change what they push to. Because it was funny, it was like for a while, if you were playing Minecraft, you were in like Flint, they would find you. And then one of their big streamers changed over to Apex, and that's all anybody would watch. And that's all people would start to play. Whereas we would go consistent. It was like in real life, chatting, whatever we could come up with. And it's like it never really you know what I may do? I'm gonna try something for D-Live. I don't think that's going to make much difference because I think chatting is usually still a better category. What was the question? Oh, which oil origination? Yep. Hey, the Bruneians are very, very rich and wealthy. All right, so we're looking for 2 interested participants. We are looking for 2 interested participants. And as I am out of those, I guess, yeah. Oh, I still got plenty of battery charge on that. And plenty of fluid. Cool. Actually, I don't think I have as much battery charge on that as I want. Thank you for that, Heavy. Alright, so. No, it's not streamlined. It's like. It's just trying to figure out what to do to get people to want to come in trans. That's what it is. And show feet doesn't count. Alright, what did you do, Heavy, to get that free vault shot? I'm trying to figure out which command you used. Alright, Heavy. Oh, it was a buy-in? Okay. I don't even remember that one. I do not remember that one at all. Uh-oh. They can't see your hand. It's gotta go like there. It's the loose monster. So you needed that for Halloween. Oh, that's right. Okay. I remember what command that is. Ah! I'm being tortured. Save me, folks. Give me a minute. Hold on. Give me a second. Right there.
Ah! Ah!
No, don't do that. I put her hand on his space heater of the torture. All right, Heavy. Oh, that's right. I do have that command. I totally forgot about that command. What is that command? That command is... Oh, exclamation vault, right? And... Well, wait a minute. Chatbot has it off, so where do I have it on? It's not Halloween. Where do I have... The cackles are fun. Yeah, but I actually have that one off. That's why I'm... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't.
Ignore the person behind the curtain.
I don't have a curtain. I have a video wall with the Riddler picture on it. See? Look.
Yeah, I see.
All right. So Heavy says 5-5, 9-2. So we lock in 5-5, 9-2. Now, believe it or not, I think this either... No, I can't say this confirms South's theory either. The green screen is still a sheet. Now, see, if you stick your head over on that side, like over here, you may have to lean in.
Oh.
I thought it was gonna like uncover it. Yeah, I know. So he did say no digit over 6, but there's still combination that we haven't done. All right. So he said 5-5. Whoop, get back here. 5-5, 9-2. We lock in 55.92. And we hear... ladies and gentlemen, I am now Deef, officially.
Oh, yeah!
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Make yourself useful.
Uh-huh.
Bottom shelf.
Bottom
Eh.
drawer.
Any one of the boxes.
All right.
All right, Heavy. Popping bubbles, popping bubbles. That was your kind of like your mini theme song on SCW.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because your character basically had soap bubbles that would come out.
Oh, yeah.
It was popping bubbles, popping bubbles. Going to Heavy D, and I have no idea which one she picked. So I just told her to pick one out of the box. Ooh, it is the Crew in Cockpit Star Wars collection with all the male crew from the Millennium Falcon. That is Chewbacca, 3PO, Luke, Obi-Wan, and Han Solo. So it's basically all 5 of the major male crew members.
Oh, sure. The woman gets the shaft.
No, because I've already given away the Princess Leia one. I think Trance has the Princess Leia one. I know. I liked the ships one personally, and the AT-AT walkers. Those are my 2 favorites. But the Princess Leia one is like the most popular. But depending on who you ask, they say this is the best one. All right, so let me go put this.
I'm a little coconut lying in a cocoa rut. Everybody steps on me. That is why I'm cracked, you see. I'm a nut in a rut. He's crazy.
She's lost it, folks. All right, so the Star Wars plate goes to Heavy D, and I'm leaving it out so I can make sure I get photos of it. And you know what that means, though, ladies and gentlemen?
New vault time!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a brand spanking new vault. And no, I don't know the combination. That's the joy of this. Is
Woohoo!
I am not supposed to know because I am not giving away any hints or any facial clues.
Listy, don't cashew her out.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. The problem is it's too cold. So it's kind of like I don't want to get it cut yet. Because knowing her, she'll cut it all off.
Oh, we could do haircut on your show.
No, we cannot.
Want to see me with the clippers on Listy?
No. Nobody answer that one. Nobody answers that one. For my own safety.
Oh, they want a mohawk.
And every show will involve a hat. I will tell you that right now. All that could be a right.
Yes.
Now, you guys realize she can't see through the curtain if she's going to do it. It's literally the hand has to, like... I know you were Spock with them. No. Mrs. Red, where are you to save me from Red's evil conundrum?
First in chat for haircut?
No, it's one in chat.
Oh.
and then you see 1. No, not in this weather. No, Trance. No. And like I said, every day would be hat day.
Oh, they want me to see what your scalp looks like.
I know. No.
How short can we go? We'll play limbo while I do this.
You guys are getting me. No. All right, so we are still trying to find 2 more people. It is 9 o'clock, so you guys see what you started, right? You guys see what you started. No, I do actually. It's like when it gets cold, I'm reluctant to do it because it's like, oh, the heat goes that way.
Not all the heat from your body.
I still have to make your quizzy heavy. I do know that.
Same to you.
Spock.
Spock.
Live long and prosper, and you say spoke. You can tell she's not a nerd. Nerd.
No, it's that I was having trouble reading the name.
Oh. Oh, man. Oh, only if you give me a samurai sword to go with it, Red. Then I can be Samurai Lisky. Or wait, where's my... Oh, the sword... Sword's upstairs. Dang it.
Yep.
And it's only a pirate sword. It's only a pirate sword.
Ooh.
Vote for man bun. No, I don't think I could do a man bun. I could do ponytail or rat tail. I don't think I could do man bun. Letting me keep my hair will help cut down on medical bills. True. Oh, speaking of which, 1 second, real life thing. I redid my insurance today.
Okay.
I took you off of it.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. So it went down from like 150 something to 90 something.
Oh, that's good.
So it's just me.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Because I was being double insured.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
No.
I double insure you because I love you.
Mwah.
Thank you.
Or is it that you were double life insuring me?
That too, but that's beside the point. I kept you. I think I did. I kept you on the life insurance thing.
Oh.
So if anything happens to you, I get that money.
Oh. I think I need to be more careful around here.
That's to make sure you behave with the Clippers. You guys hear the evilness is back here, right? I was trying to get her to do that for Halloween, but
I was elsewhere.
she was elsewhere. Because she can do a very good evil cackle. She's dangerous, folks. Shh.
But I'm so sweet and innocent.
Yeah, and that's what Maleficent said before the poison apple. Oh, now she's going for the sympathy whimper. No.
Now you see what I have to put up with. Is it fact or crap?
Shh. Shush. Don't. That's questions. Where do you think I get my question sources? Save hair for 4 or 5 haircuts and use them to weave a hat of repurposed hair. No, I can't because mine doesn't grow that long. Mine will naturally mullet.
Naturally mullet?
Yeah, curls.
Not necessarily exactly a mullet.
All right, what do you call it?
You have a natural wave.
Okay, natural wave. So it would take more than 4 or 5, Spock.
We can get you a hair rat.
A what?
A hair rat.
What's a hair rat? For me, I thought she said harem. I'm like, what?
Oh, really? It's a item that you put into your hair that helps give it volume by having a place to move the hair around.
Oh, okay. Oh, not just save hair for 4 or 5 haircuts and use them to weave a... All right, you made my head hurt on that one, Spock, I think.
Get hair extensions. There's several beauty supplies places.
Yeah, no. All right, go have fun. All right, guys. It is 9 o'clock, and we can't get the 2 other players. We're trying. I need to have her come down like more often during the down times.
Oh,
What?
nothing.
I say just have you come down when it's like
Slow.
when the games aren't doing anything.
Yeah. While you're waiting for people who haven't played or won anything?
Yeah.
You pop in? So who's eligible that has not volunteered?
Pretty much everybody.
Oh, come on. It's easy.
But like I said, Spock's already won something tonight, so
Okay.
he's sitting it out.
That makes sense.
Heavy just won the Star Wars thing, but that was before he volunteered. Well, Spock, if you remember my rant earlier tonight, we can all mail our clippings to Listy. No! Yeah, if you missed my rant earlier, Spock, there's a reason why that wouldn't work.
What? What rant did I miss?
Nothing important.
Okay.
It just had to do with Saturday.
Ooh.
Oh, do me a favor.
No.
Will you see if we have any more AAA batteries up there?
Yeah, I'll see. How many do you need?
3.
Press battery.
I think AAA. Let me make sure. Maybe double A's.
Are they skinnier than your pinky?
No, double A's. All right, bear with me, guys. Because this is something I wanted to repair earlier, and I didn't do it. I wanted to get my Halloween thing going, but I forgot I needed batteries for it. That's true. That's true. Yeah, but I don't know. Is it safe? Is it safe to mail that in the mail?
Hidden in this jumble of letters is the name of the world's most famous
Not
movie
sure.
doctor. Can you find it?
That's all right, Spot. Because one of these days we're gonna come over. We're gonna grab the razors and just that way on you. From there to there. Like I said, I gotta shave mine off again. Like I said, Whitebeard is apparently making his return. Give me a minute, guys. Where'd she go? Oh, she didn't come all the way down. Thank you. bear with me, guys. I am having fun. And Bubbles down here makes it a little different of a show every so often. Yeah. Women WFH factor. Bear with me, guys. I wanted to do this earlier and I just didn't do it. Alright, damn it. Which way does this go on? You ever just have one of them weird days, folks? That was one of them. There we go. There we go. Now it's working again. Now it's working again. Like I said, once in a while we do stuff that's non-game show me. And I gotta find the lights for it. Because it was like I had it like lit so you could see it. But that'll work for now. Alright guys, like I said, it's 9 o'clock and I wanted to give away another large prize in addition to the vault, but doesn't look like it's going to happen tonight. Besides which, I still got fish and chicken upstairs and I'm still hungry. So for myself, for Bubbles, who is not cackling at the moment, I think we're going to wrap it up this evening. We will be back on tomorrow because I am not working overtime. Like I said, tonight we were getting on because we were making up. Give her time. I give her time, and then it's like there will be no Listy to host the show at some point. So we will be back on tomorrow night. Oh, trust me. One of these days, Spock, I'll find the picture of her doing Magenta from Rocky Horror. You think she's the actual Magenta. Trust me. And then when she does the cackle during it, it used to be, when I had the studio at one point, I actually was like standing in the back. And every so often she would just come down and walk across. And it was like, it worked, but it scared me. It worked, but it scared me at times. Alright guys, so like I said, it is going on 9:15. We tried to do the Wipeout game. One of these days, we're gonna get enough people on to actually want to participate and win stuff. And again, like I said, let's see if I get this right. Oh, it did cover it correctly. The two curtains, even though you can kind of see what's behind curtain number 1, or what we were trying to give away tonight. Yeah, well, like I said, I am going to let you guys know. I'm still waiting to hear about whether or not I've got the new position at the office. If I do, the hours of the show are going to change. We are going, and I hate doing it to those of you guys that watch from across the pond. The hours are going to move to a later time in the night. Like I said, I don't know um, if I've got the position or not. Thought I was supposed to find out today, but I guess they're holding off for a few more days, maybe a week, to announce it. If I get the position, the hours of the show are going to change drastically. Rather than starting at 6:30, it's going to be even more overlap, because we're going to be starting much later. Um, like I said, I hate doing this to the European viewers, but I may not have a choice. Or I'm going to sit back and rework on the entire schedule and basically possibly cut back on the number of days. Like I said, the position doesn't pay a lot more, but it does enough. Yeah, like I said. Like I said, it's just going to depend. So we're going to have to wait and see what the hours turn into if it comes through. There are sometimes when you got to make sacrifices. What I may end up doing, if it does the hours I think it does, we may turn it into a full weekend show for Saturdays and Sundays. And then I can kind of keep the hours as is. Or even move them down a little. So right now, the two choices, like I said, if what happens, happens. If it doesn't, nothing will change. We could end up turning it into a Saturday, Sunday only show. We could turn it into a very long Saturday only show. It could turn into a morning show. Yeah, that's going to be really weird. So you guys are going to have to be patient for me. Hey, Richie, how we doing tonight? No, I wasn't running up against you. I just didn't stream last night. So I kind of had to do my makeup stream tonight. It was because I thought about it, and I'm like, normally I'd be over there watching you. Be right back. Fluid disposal to deal with. It's called screwdriver plastic bags box. Yeah, I didn't stream last night, so it was kind of like I had to do the makeup stream today because I felt really bad about not doing one last night. No, that's fine. Because I really enjoy doing quiz nights on yours. And like I said, the funny thing was, I was going to make fun of you for something. I caught part of your Fortnite stream. What was it? I was going to make fun of something I caught. Because I didn't stay in there long because you were so busy doing Fortnite. What was it? It'll come to me. I'll tell you what. Let's see. So we're going to try one more time. I got about another 12 minutes before I'm definitely... No, you were doing... Yeah, it had to be Monday. Because you were doing the house trap things or whatever. I can't remember what it was now. And the problem is I was probably the only one from my group that was in there. But you said something... And I don't think it was intentional. and I lost it because I so wanted to make fun of you for it. Oh, Spot calling for no prize for Spocky. Why am I taking those two whammies back? Because it gave you a 1940s on a 1990s question. Wow. I don't remember what it was now. You said something about marshmallows. I'm trying to think. What was it? Yeah, you said something about marshmallows, and I'm like, he has no taste buds anyway. This is the only man I know of that can eat bamboozled beans and not get a response. I honestly don't remember. All right, so we're looking for two more players, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking for two more players to try to compete with Heavy in the game of Wipeout. So if you guys want to volunteer, like I said, I know we've been trying. That's why Bubbles came down and like basically helped me chew up about 20 minutes of airtime. Oh, no. You even said it was one that tasted like grass, one that supposedly tasted like dog food. I swear, you don't have taste buds. And the reason I say that is because you ate the rotten egg one with no response. You even said it was a rotten egg one. And I'm thinking, that is the only one I have ever physically gotten sick by eating. I just can't remember what it was. It had something to do with marshmallows on Monday. I know it had something to do with marshmallows and being boozled. I remember that. I tell you what, Richie, if you're here, I'm looking for another two contestants. No. That's beside the point. There are certain taste flavors you cannot fake. The rotten egg you cannot fake. I don't care how good of an actor you are. The dog food you can get away with. The grass, I've done the grass one. All right, somebody give me a third player. I don't care who. I need a third player. Trans, where are you? Come on. Hello, Curve. How you doing today? I tell you what, Curve, if you are here, I will gladly put you in as player number 3. And again, this is one of those games where there is no time limit, so you don't have to worry about lag or delay or anything of the sort. And give me 1 minute because I have to close Restream Bot again.
For $25,000, what does it say?
It's now or never.
And get Restream Bot back up. Every so often, Restream Bot freezes. Come on, Curve. I need one more player. All right, for those of you guys that have never seen Wipeout before, it's very simple. On the board, we have 16 possible answers. The category for board number 1 is the top 10 Christmas gifts as bought by total money spent. Okay? Come on, somebody be player 3. I don't care who. Somebody volunteer. Spock, you want to volunteer? Go for it. All right, Curve, we'll put you in. We're going to explain the rules here for you. All right, we are going to start with heavy. All you have to do is pick one of these 16 items on the board that fit the theme. So, for instance, this is top 10 Christmas gifts as bought by total money spent. All you have to do is pick correct answers off the board. We're going to start with heavy, then we'll go to Richie, then we'll go to curve. As long as you get them right. If you miss, you get a wipeout. 2 wipeouts lock you out from a board. But behind the ones that are not wipeouts are points. So every time you get one right, we give you that many points. So heavy, we're going to start with you. Heavy, we are looking for 10 Christmas gifts, or the 10 Christmas gifts that when they're bought have the most money spent on them. All right, heavy is going to say meat. If it is meat, heavy will score the points behind meat. If it says wipeout, that's his first strike. Behind meat, we have the first wipeout off the board. All right, so heavy, you cannot get a second wipeout. Richie, you are up. We are looking for the top 10 Christmas gifts as bought by total money spent. I think this is per Consumer Reporting. I didn't put the source. I usually put the source, and for some reason I didn't on this one. We have had one wipeout so far. All right, Richie says consumer electronics. Is consumer electronics one of our top 10? It is. And with that, Richie scores 25 points and no wipeouts. All right, Curve, you're up. We have tools, home improvement, clothes, candy, cards, sports tickets, personal care. It's in a single season, Spock. Single season. CDs and books, alcohol, special outings, gift certificates, pictures and photos, sporting goods, and DVDs and movies. And I want to say this is for 2017. All right, Curve says clothes. Last year was the most money spent on clothes. It was. And with that, Curve scores 10 points on the board. I think clothes is number 7. Heavy says gift certificates. Is it gift certificates? It is gift certificates for another 10 points for Heavy. And so far, we've only gotten one wipeout so far. All right, Richie. We are looking for one of the top 10 gifts of 2018. Christmas gifts of 2018 based on the most money spent. Do we buy alcohol as gifts? If you know me, yes, you buy me alcohol as a gift. Is it alcohol? Oh, it is not alcohol. Alcohol is not bought as a gift in terms of money. All right, Curve. I think alcohol was actually down at the bottom. I think it was like number 14. So we have had 2 wipeouts. That means there are 4 incorrect answers still on the board. Well, if you think about it, okay. So you buy somebody a bottle of booze for alcohol. It's $20. Don't think you buy your mom or your dad alcohol as a gift. Maybe your best bud. Maybe your boss if you're really trying to kiss up to him. All right, Curve. We don't have flowers up there. We have tools, home improvement, candy, cards, sports tickets, personal care products, CDs and books, special outings, pictures and photos, sporting goods, and DVDs and movies. All right, Curve says, we buy cards for Christmas. I'm going to agree. And it is 15 points for Curve on that one. I think everybody buys cards, and that's basically their Christmas gift. Because of all the companies that give hams and turkeys. Yeah, I would have said that would have been a reasonable reason to do it. All right, Heavy says sports tickets. Do we give out a lot of money for sports tickets? No, not for Christmas. All right, so Heavy is locked out. Heavy has 2 wipeouts. So Heavy cannot answer any more on the board. Fallen! Where have you been? You've just been hiding from me. All right, so now we're down to Richie and Curve. Richie and Curve, you guys are basically going to try to add points until you guys get 2 wipeouts. So Richie, you've got 1. Richie says tools. Everybody buys Dad tools for Christmas. But was it enough to make the money list? It was enough to make the money list. Wow. All right, Curve. You don't have any wipeouts against you, so you are in good shape. So, Curve, we are looking for one of the remaining gifts that are bought as of 2018. We have home improvement, special outings, candy, pictures and photos, personal care, sporting goods, CDs and books, and DVDs and movies. Candy. I'm going to say candy's a safe bet. Oh, candy was not. Wow. 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 Candy was not one of the top 10? Let me see where candy was. Holy mackerel, I would have swore that was one of the top 10. All right, Richie says DVDs and movies. Oh, Candy just missed out on the top 10. Just missed. All right, Richie says DVDs and movies. Would he be right? No! DVDs and movies are not in the top 10. All right, Curve. At this point, as long as you don't miss, you get to choose as many of these as you like in order. All right, Curve says pictures and photos. Is pictures and photos in the top 10? Oh no! Is a total wipeout on board number 1. So right now, with board number 1, it's Richie at 40, Curve at 25, and Heavy at 10. All right, so with that, we reset the board, and we go to the next round. There are 3 boards because basically Heavy had the advantage on round 1, because if he had gotten them all right, he would have gotten 4. So for board number 2, Richie, you are going to start off board number 2. And for board number 2, we are looking for the 10 most popular names of popes since St. Peter. We are looking for the 10 most popular names of popes since St. Peter. So St. Peter had, if there were 9 St. Peters, everybody below them had like either 8, 7, 6, 5, so on and so forth. So we're basically looking for the popes' names that were used the most often. I think there were 23 Pope Peters, right? All right. Richie says, Pope Paul. Not there. Believe it or not. Oh, where were my boys? Paul was 13th. Paul was 13th on the list. You would have thunk Pope Paul would have been number like way up there. All right, Curve. I think there were 4 Pope Pauls. Paul first, Paul second, Paul the third. I think there were 4 Pope Pauls, I think. All right, Curve. We're looking for the popes that have used the name the most. So we have Pope Clement, Pope Stephen, Pope Urban, Pope Alexander, Pope Adrian, Pope Pius, Pope John, Pope Innocent, Pope Leo, Pope Gregory, Pope Sixtus, Pope Boniface, Pope Benedict, Pope Celestine, and Pope Nicholas. See, Spock went to Catholic school, so he knows because the nuns crack his knuckles. All right, Curve. We're looking for one of these remaining 15 that has been named Pope most often. For instance, there have been 23 Pope John Pauls. I think 23. I think Peter is next. Every one of these has had fewer popes. So there may have been, and like I said, we don't know how many Pope Peters there were off the top of our head. I know there were at least a couple. Or Pope Pauls off the top of our head. So, Curve, which one of these popes has had the most popes names have Pope Clement, Pope Stephen, Pope Urban, Pope Alexander, Pope Adrian, Pope Pius, Pope John, Pope Innocent, Pope Leo. You still with me, Curve? I hope. Pope Gregory, Pope Sixtus, Pope Boniface. I don't know. That's what I'm starting to wonder. Curve, are you still here? I'm hoping we didn't lose him. Curve, please tell me we didn't lose you. Yeah, come on, Spock, jump in. I want to keep it going because, like I said, I was doing really good with the first board. Come on. All right, come on, somebody. We were doing really good for board number 1. Red, I know you're lurking. I need a player, quick. And I can't do it because I actually had to look at the list to make sure. Or whoever's on D-Live, somebody, please. We were doing really good. All right, we'll do that. I can't get a replacement. All right, Heavy says Pope Pius. It is Pope Pius. All right, Richie, you are up. Again, you do not want to pick one. Well, the points are actually random. The best answers may not have the most points. Pope John is worth 20 points. All right, Heavy. Pope Urban. 10 points for Pope Urban. All right, Richie, you are up. I wish I knew what curve meant. We are looking for the popes that have had the most popes with their name. Pope Benedict is one of the top 10. He is actually, surprisingly, which surprised me, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's number 5. He's actually number 5 on the list. Heavy says Innocent. It is Pope Innocent. Innocent was number 2. Urban was the most. Innocent was second. All right, Richie, you're up. Pope Nicholas. Is Pope Nicholas one of our top 10? No, he is actually number 15. He is actually number 15. All right, Heavy. You can basically try to run the board. We need your next answer. Pope Clement is on the board. Who next, Heavy? Leo is on the board. All right, Heavy. Gregory on the board. There are only 2 left, Heavy. There are 4 negatives and 2 positive ones left. Is Sixtus one of the top 10? No, he is actually number 16. I think there were only 2 popes named Pope Sixtus. All right, Heavy. We have 2 good, 3 bad. St. Stephen did make our cut. Now, Heavy, it's a 1 out of 3 chance, or 1 out of 4 chance. Who's left? Is it Alexander, Adrian, Boniface, or Celestine? Is it Pope Alexander? No, it is not Alexander. It is actually Pope Boniface. All right, that means we are up to the 3rd and final board. So we are going to reset the board, set the next round, and reset the board. All right, how well do you guys know the Beatles? We've listed 16 Beatles songs. 10 of these songs are on the very first Beatles album. 10 of these songs are on the very first Beatles album. Now, Curve is not here. I already know, so I can't do this. So Curve is basically out. So, because it's an even number, we can basically start with Heavy. Actually, we're going to start with Richie because Richie's got the lower score. So, Richie, we have Roll Over Beethoven, Do You Want to Know a Secret, Long Tall Sally, Anna, Go to Him, Please Mr. Postman, Chains, Ask Me Why, A Taste of Honey, There's a Place. All right, Richie says Love Me Do is on the very first Beatles album. Is he correct? He is correct. So, 20 points for Richie. All right, Heavy. We are looking for one of the first 10 songs, or one of the 10 songs that were on the first Beatles album. I don't even remember where I found this fact. I do know it's correct because I used a legitimate source. I'm just trying to remember where I got it from. Do you want to know a secret? Is it one of the first 10? It is for 5 more points. All right, Richie. We've got 2 correct ones down. There are 6 incorrect ones on the board. We're looking for one of the 10 songs that were on the very first Beatles album. There's a Place. There's a Place one of their first album songs? It is. And it is a 10-point game. Heavy? Richie making you earn this lead. You really got a hold on me. Is it one of the first 10? Well, this is like one of my favorite ways to do questions is basically you'll get people that know a certain thing. Like, I'm sure we've got Beatles people that know the Beatles. Oh, Heavy, your first wipeout. But are they good enough to know what songs were on the very first album? All right, Richie. Which one is on the album? Ask Me Why. Is Ask Me Why on the very first Beatles album? Yes, it is. But only 5 points. Oh, this is going to be so close. This is going to be so close. I do my Igor thing. So close. Heavy says Misery. Was Misery one of the first 10? Oh, and look at that. 20 points for Misery. All right, Richie. So we've gotten rid of 5 right ones. P.S. I Love You. One of the first songs or is on the first album. That's number 6. 1, 2, 3. We've done 6 right, 1 wrong. Heavy. A Taste of Honey. Oh, only a 5-pointer?
Where every decision is a gamble and every move could be your last.
So we still have 5 wrong ones up there. We have 3 correct ones. All right, Richie. Thank you, girl. Not there. Thank You, Girl was not on their very first album. All right, Heavy. I think they're scoring B-side lower. Heavy says Chains. Is Chains on the board? Oh, it is, but it's a 10-pointer. I will tell you that is the very first song on the very first album. I think. Richie says, please, Mr. Postman. Was that on their first album? If it is not, Heavy takes it. Oh, it is not. And that means Heavy, with 160 points, takes the game by 25. Let's see, the ones that are left were Anna Go to Him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The two that were left were Anna Go to Him and Boys. It was Anna Go to Him, which would have been a 25-pointer, and Boys would have been a 20-pointer. Thank You Girl, or Rollover Beethoven was late. Long Tall Sally was either the second or third album, and Devil in Her Heart was the second album. All right, Richie, have yourself a very good evening. Yep, I'm going to be heading to bed soon as well. All right, so congratulations to Heavy, who now gets to choose. So Heavy, and the best part is I got new questions. I can just move up in that game. Normally there would be a second round and a bonus third round. All right, Heavy would like what is behind curtain number 1. So with that, Heavy, you will be getting the F4 Ertl Phantom Force 1 airplane. So congratulations, Heavy. As the Ertl F4 Douglas airplane will be added to your prize pile. Like I said, Ertl got smart. When Ertl turned their attention from cars to planes, I think they got smart. Their cars were, I've seen some good ones from Ertl, but I've seen some crappy cars. I have seen them make some crappy cars, but I have yet to see a bad Ertl plane yet. All right, so we're going to put that there. And that will go with Heavy Star Wars plate. Force 1. F4 will also go to Heavy. So Heavy gets the vault tonight. He also gets the airplane. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we're going to wrap things up for this evening. We will be back on tomorrow night. Like I said, I was hoping to do the full Wipeout game, but I will take what I can do into a small one. I love the Earl 8. I didn't. I have to say, Ertl is very hit or miss with their diecast cars. I'm trying to think. I think I've got 2 Ertl diecast cars that are okay. They're the smaller ones, like the 164s or 144s. But when they turned their attention to the planes, I think that's where Ertl literally took off. It's like nobody had done planes. Nobody had done replica guns or replica soldier stuff. That's where Ertl got smart, in my opinion. It was the big one with action figures and removable captain seats. Now, see, I still think that was in their iffy area. I think that was in their iffy area. Like I said, I think the problem was Ertl tried too hard for their cars. So it was kind of like they were just pushing it out as fast as they could, whether it was the tin stuff or the die cast. It just didn't work. I don't think that ever worked. And like I said, Chuck and I got into this debate once where it's like, I will take Maisto over Ertl for cars. But if you gave me somebody to say diecast planes or diecast spaceships, I'm jumping on anything Ertl based. I really am. Just because I think they knew what they were doing. I will say, I think they put their foot in the door with diecast cars. Now, that's not to say they're all bad. And they got the contracts to do the planes and the Force Ones and the space shuttles. And what they did is they brought out their good diecast and said, this is what we can do. And the good ones were good enough to say, yes. And like I say, you'd have to look at their webpage, because I haven't looked at their webpage in a couple of months. They did a Soyuz Gemini one, Soyuz Gemini. Looks absolutely fantastic. But then you go back and you look at some of their historical vehicles, and it's like, really, they're that bad. Like I said, it's amazing that I've got some decent Ertl ones here. And I think I got a couple. Is like, I basically threw in Chuck's box and said, Chuck, have these for parts. And I would wager that most of the ones in the box that I gave him for parts are all Ertls and Maistos. Because Maisto basically does a little too plasticky for me. All right, Spock says, before we go, let's do one last wheel spin. Oh, and Spock gets his whammies back. And 25 more. So Spot gets his whammies back and 25 extras. Yep. Oh, there we go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, it is time for us to wrap things up tonight. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Kerr, for pitching in. Like I said, for about 30 minutes, we could not find a second or third player for Wipeout tonight, and it was like driving us nuts. Heavy's like, I'm in, and all right, guys. So we will definitely be back tomorrow night. Like I said, I know Nerdy's doing his pay-per-view stuff again tomorrow, so we're going to be competing. So I may have to do an open game just to get the crowd in and participating. So we'll definitely do the list. We'll do probably an open game, a couple of intermission games. We'll see what happens. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, as we always say around here before we wrap things up, exercise, exercise, exercise. Yes, yes, yes. Don't forget, exercise, exercise, exercise. Needs it just as much as the rest of you. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wish you guys a very, very good night. And we will see you guys tomorrow night. Same Brave time, same Brave channel. And hopefully we'll get a few people in to do some bigger games. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good one. And we will see y'all